In Case You Missed It with Khristina Williams is an iHeart Women's Sports production in partnership with Deep Blue Sports and Entertainment. Detroit raised her, Tennessee helped shape her, and now in her second year with the Los Angeles Sparks, Rickea Jackson is settling into her role and making a name for herself within the WNBA. I want to take time to welcome Rickea Jackson to In Case You Missed It. Welcome to the show, Rickea.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So we like to start every show out with the guest sharing their win of the week. So what would you say is something that was a win for you this week?
Us beating Indiana Fever.
That's definitely a win. More wins on the board for the Sparks. So you're in year 2 of your WNBA career. And I feel like for year 1, for a lot of players, it's all about figuring everything out. What feels more solid or more settled about this year 2 for you?
Not really a lot. I feel like I'm still finding my footing. I feel like honestly, like it's my rookie season all over again in a sense of new system, new coaches. So I'm still finding my footing, still getting comfortable with everything, but just knowing at the end of the day, like everyone's here to support me and, my teammates love them very much. They're always there and we're just continuing to figure it out, build that chemistry. But I feel like it's getting there for sure.
Is there anything that you learned about year 1 that definitely helped you as you head into year 2 for your professional career?
Yeah, I would just have to say, like, having that confidence, stepping out on the court with the best players in the world. This is the best league in the world. So just making sure I'm continuing to sharpen my tools in my toolbox and not being afraid to, go out there and perform how I should, but at the same time, give myself grace when I'm not like I am holding myself to a high standard, but when I'm not performing as I would like to. So just again, give myself grace, tell myself like you're human. It's okay. Every day isn't going to be your day. So.
The Sparks have already made progress in terms of last season's win total and getting better. And you talked about building chemistry with your teammates in a new system with a new coach. What feels different about how the team is approaching this season?
I would just have to say, like, our mindsets, like, we know what we need to do to win. I feel like this team can be really well once we put both ends of the floor together in one game and play 40 minutes of good basketball. Nothing will ever be perfect in the game as much as we want it to. So just staying together and, making sure we overcome that adversity. But I feel like we're trending in the right direction.
The Sparks is a storied and legacy franchise in the W. And just last week, you all were able to honor Candace Parker, who is not only a Sparks legend, but a Tennessee Lady Vols legend as well. What was it like to just witness that moment as a current Sparks player, but also as a former Lady Vols yourself?
Yeah, to be able to witness that moment and play in the game where her jersey was being retired was amazing. It was surreal to see someone get what they deserve, someone that you've always looked up to growing up and looking at her game and, stealing some tricks and things from her game, but just the confidence she has as a person. And not only is she such a great player, but she's also so down to earth, so willing to give to others, so willing to just be there for people. And I appreciate her so much for that. But to be able to experience that was a moment I would never forget. We didn't get the win for her, so I was upset about that. But she did play for Chicago too, won a championship there too. So it was a win-win situation for her. But I'm so happy and proud of Candace.
What is the legacy that you hope to carry forward now as a current Sparks player, as a forward for the Sparks? What do you hope to carry forward?
Just having that confidence and, being that player that is fun to watch and, great attitude, being there for her teammates and just being do-it-all player. Don't need to do it all, but having those tools in her toolbox where I can be versatile how Candace was. So just making sure I'm carrying her legacy in that way because she's definitely inspired all the tall girls that want to be guards.
This week was full of announcements for the WNBA, most namely expansion. And I know you're from the east side of Detroit, and they recently announced an expansion team headed to Detroit. As someone who's from there, what does it mean to you to have a team back in your hometown?
Yeah, it means so much to bring a team back to Detroit. I cannot wait to go back home and play against them. So it's going to be so fun. And I feel like Detroit deserves it. We always have great fan turnouts to events and just the support from the city. I feel like it's going to be amazing. But I'm super excited for it. I cannot wait to see the name of the team, the colors, just everything that comes with it. I'm so excited. But Detroit definitely deserves it, and I just can't wait to see it be all put together.
I know you rep Detroit through and through. Your draft outfit last year was amazing with the homage to your hometown. But in what ways does being from Detroit show up in your everyday life?
I would have to say just having that swagger and that mentality of like, I'm not trying to beat anyone but myself. Like, we're such girls in Detroit, but we like to come and fly at the same time. So, no matter what the event is, we probably overdressed and we don't care. But at the same time, we're so real. We're so down to earth and it's major girls. Like, we just love that. That's how we bond. So, just everyday life. Just again, when I'm out shopping, I'm making sure I'm getting some fly stuff, something that speaks Detroit sometimes. Sometimes stuff people may not wear as well, like stuff that someone may be uncomfortable wearing. But just that's just how I live, honestly.
So I know that you come from a basketball family. Your mom played at Kansas, and you talk a lot about your brothers playing basketball, how they inspired you to get into the game. How did being from a sports family shape the way that you approach the game in life today?
Being from a sports family definitely shaped how I am today. It definitely made me have tough skin through a lot of things and being able to overcome a lot of adversity. But just growing up, I mean, being the only girl in the household, you get treated like the princess, but at the same time, you get bullied because it's like, yeah, you're the girl of the family. You get the pink, the tutus, but when we on this court, we not trying to get beat by a girl. So we going to go extra hard at you. A lot of smack talking growing up, but of course, it was all out of love. And I feel like that's what shaped me to be the player that I am today. And, having fun out there, talking a little trash every now and then, and just being myself.
We talked about how basketball runs in your family, but in terms of style, it's your own lane. And you talked about how being from Detroit and being a girl's girl has influenced your fashion approach. When did you start owning that side of yourself?
I feel like I started owning it in my rookie year last year. I've always been into fashion growing up, being a little girl, tutus, gothic era, bandana era, Converse era. I had every era you can think of. But just staying true to who I am and having fun with it and, knowing that there are little girls that look up to me. So you can do both. You can dress nice before work and go to work and perform well. And I feel like that's what it's all about, just being who you are and doing what makes you comfortable.
The evolution of the tunnel fit has provided an opportunity for brands to be able to partner with athletes like yourself. When you think about the evolution of the tunnel fits and then fashion, why is it important for brands to get behind athletes like you to do these sorts of collaborations?
Yeah, I feel like it's very important for brands to get behind us as athletes because this is something that's super popular and this is something that our fans love to see. This is something that, people are highly talking about and it's pretty much everywhere. They're coming in like, oh, who got the best fit today or ranking people's tunnel fits and just what vibes are people giving today. So I feel like it's very important for brands to continue to partner with us because the league is growing and I feel like as people we're growing and we can help each other. We can grow them and they can grow us. So I feel like it's just a great partnership at hand that could be had as brands continue to get behind us. But for me and the brands that I've worked with thus far, very grateful for them, great partnerships. And, they always are amazed at how many supporters we do have in the W once the things that, we work with come out. So I feel like that's been pretty cool to experience because they truly get to see like how we are as people and not just players.
Cheez-It teamed up with fashion stylist Brittany Hampton to create a bold snack inspired look just for you. Can you talk about how that partnership came about?
Yeah, Cheez-Its reached out to me and I just felt like it was the perfect thing. They were, tapping into basketball tunnel fashion. I'm into that. I play basketball, so it was just love at first sight. And I feel like the partnership itself truly felt like a partnership. They asked me what did I want, what were my thoughts, and I gave them feedback. But knowing of Brittany's work and what she's done, I already trusted her. I just told her I just have one thing, and that's for the pants to be super, super, super long. That's my only thing. Anything else, I will deal with it. But she did a great job, and the design of the outfit is so cool. It's unisex, so I can't wait to showcase it. I can't wait for the fans to see it, and I'm just excited for it.
This custom Cheez-It outfit brings a fresh new twist to the tunnel fit fashion. What was your reaction when you saw the fit? You said long pants
My
was the non-negotiable.
Yes, the pants were honestly too long almost. I'm like, Brittany, you did your thing, Miss Ma'ams, but I definitely loved it. It was so cute, so me. You can dress it up anyway. Again, it's unisex, so it's for the men, it's for the ladies, however you want to dress it up. I personally, well, I think I'm gonna wait till y'all see it so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's super cute.
How important is it for you to have fashion that meets your personality?
It's very important for me to have fashion that meets my personality because at the end of the day, like you want to dress how you want to be addressed. And I feel like that's very important walking into these rooms and meeting these people. If you come in some sweats to a formal event, people may not want to address you or speak with you with respect. And I feel like sometimes clothing can speak it for you. You don't have to say things. Clothing 9 times out of 10 gives a lot of things in what you're wearing. So for me, I just feel like that's very important to remember what I'm doing it for, what brands I am representing, my family, I'm representing myself. So just making sure I'm always remembering that as well.
I like that. That's a bar. Dress how you want to be addressed. I'm gonna use that. That's good. Brittany Hampton is known for styling some of the league's biggest stars like yourself. What makes your creative relationship with Brittany Hampton work so well?
I would just say her versatility. No matter what your style is, she's able to adjust and pivot to whatever that may be. She's not one dimensional. You can't put her in a box. I feel like you ask her, like, this is the vibe I'm going for. She's able to pull something up like that, that fits you. So, Brittany is such a great person, very easygoing, and she's the best. I love her.
Bringing this full circle, what's something about you, Rickea, that no one expects, but everyone should know?
I showcase my personality a little bit on social media, but I never know how to answer that question, honestly.
It's so funny. I had asked you this question on draft night, and you told me about how you love to do interior decorating. And that was like one
Oh,
thing that
okay.
people should know.
Hmm.
But you talked about social media just now, and I think social media is going crazy this week off of that viral moment with yourself and Sydney Colson in that game. You said that was your win of the week, but just talk about that relationship and that moment.
I will never get over this. But yeah, Sydney and we have like this funny relationship. She is like the funniest person I've ever met, truly. And it's like her, it's just her. And of course, we've gone back and forth joking on social media. And right before the game, even during our workout, me and Sydney had like a lengthy conversation during warm ups where I was walking to the tunnel and she was doing her warm up. And she actually gave me some really good advice with just handling things and being a pro and just being just there for me, honestly. So I really appreciate the nuggets and things that she gave me and her journey and things of that nature. So that was a very like heartfelt conversation. And if you know me and say like we're never serious, and that was probably like our only serious moment ever. We never are serious. But I'm gonna say it was a foul because she didn't let me land. Like I don't care if it was a little bit. Because first of all, I told Sydney if that was anybody else, you would have never tried to block their shot. But since it's me, you want to try to block my shot. But let that have been anyone else, you would not have blocked their shot. So I was disappointed in her. And when I was walking off, from the free throw line, I told her a little something. I'm not going to say what I told her, but I told her a little something because that was so disrespectful. You don't do that to me. You don't do that to me. You can do that to everyone else but me. But I guess it's 1-0 City right now, but it's okay because I'm going to get my get back. I always do.
We're going to be watching you as you continue to dominate the season for the Los Angeles Sparks. Rickea Jackson, thank you so much for joining us this week on In Case You Missed It with Khristina Williams here on iHeart Women's Sports Network. Thank you, Rickea.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, y'all, that's going to do it for this special edition of In Case You Missed It with Khristina Williams here on the iHeart Women's Sports Network. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. For the next episode, we're going to be joined by Jordan Robinson. She's going to help me break down all things WNBA All-Star before we head out to Indianapolis for the W's biggest weekend of the year. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that conversation. In Case You Missed It with Khristina Williams is an iHeart Women's Sports production in partnership with Deep Blue Sports and Entertainment. You can find us on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.